Welcome back, guys. You're watching today's Platinum, and in this video we're going to be going over the daily cryptocurrency news and updates for the market today, as we usually do every single day. So just some quick things before we start, guys. If you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching, we do have one-on-one coaching available to help you guys come up with a specified trading strategy for your specific situation, and really go into detail on how exactly you guys can be profitable in any single market for cryptocurrency. So definitely check out those one-on-one coaching calls. But getting into the video, guys, it's quite a red day. Unfortunately, Bitcoin tanked quite a lot, down about almost 9% on the last 24 hours. Ethereum down 11.9%. Bitcoin Cash down 13.5%. EOS down 16.9%. Litecoin 12%. So across the board, there is quite a lot of red. Only about 3 coins, really just one coin that's up. Game.com coin looks like to be the only one. But besides that, Cyber Miles down 22%. IOST down 20%. Seeing a lot of good, pretty large losses across the board. So unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. But let's jump into some technical analysis to see where exactly we're going with this market. So as you can see, guys, we're not down too far yet. We're still holding a support that we do have right around this. If you see this wick back here, back in February when we dropped down all the way to this level, we do still have a wick line, a support that we could be bouncing off right around 6,000. So if we can stay above that number, which I believe hopefully we can, then I do believe we'll be in a good spot. Unfortunately, we're not even oversold on the one-day chart yet, so if we do go down a little bit more and trigger that oversold line, then I would expect to move down to possibly 5,500, unfortunately. So that would be really the next support below this one right here. Let me just outline that for you guys. See, make sure you can see that. That green line right there, that support level. So we're very close to it. That support's around 58, 59, almost 6,000. Right now we're at 61.45. So it's hard to tell if we're going to drop below 6,000 just yet. Considering we were oversold at about 6,200 a week ago, and now we are below that level, and we're still not oversold, and there's a lot of selling action coming in. I do believe we can move to the downside and continue to fall, unfortunately. So next supports that I will be looking for, like I said, right around 50, 54, 5,500. If we can just move that up a little bit, right around 5,500, and then if we drop below that, guys, look for this old resistance here, right around 49. And continue to move down and plot the different support and resistance levels that we have seen, and hopefully we don't get to any of these levels, but there's really no telling what the market will do. So unfortunately, guys, this is the situation we're in, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. So here's the thing. I don't know if we're really going to break all the way down to these super low levels. I believe that we've seen the bulk of the downtrend, and at this point, we're just waiting for some type of catalyst, some type of movement that will bring this market back up to a spot where we'll be more comfortable, and where the market is more comfortable for more investors, new investors, to come in with new money. So at this time, the market's looking attractive, obviously, to smart investors who buy low. But it continues to scare people off as we continue to have these days where there's just a huge drop in price. If you zoom in here, as you can see, just a few weeks ago, there was, price dropped from 7,500 all the way down to about 6,500. And then almost a day later, up from 6,900 down to about 6,100 in 2 days. And now today we've dropped from about 6,800 all the way down to 6,100. So if we zoom in here, we can obviously see that we hit off the resistance around 6,800, broke above it a little bit, but for the most part, we could not break above that resistance around 6,800. Started to see some growth, but then hit off that resistance, and it was not a successful push above that resistance line. So it does appear that we are dropping back down, at least to this support that we've seen just a few days, about 5 to 7 days ago. We saw this support here. So if we don't stay at that support, the next lowest support would be about 5,800 to 6,000 that we'll look to find Bitcoin's low at. So hopefully, guys, I really hope so. If we jump in here, I'm looking to really stay above the points that we've been at, right around here. We've already been at this level about a week ago, around that 6,100 level. So hopefully we see some buy action come in today and we can start to recover this price and move back up. As you can see, we're quite oversold on the 4-hour chart. We just looked at the 1-day chart. We're not oversold yet, which worries me, but we'll just have to see. So jumping into some of the news stories for today, guys. Bitcoin and altcoins failed again, tumble sharply. So just gonna recap some of the things we just talked about. So Bitcoin price failed to break USD 6,800, resulting in a bearish breakdown. Almost all major altcoins tumbled and broke key supports. CENNZ and GTC outperformed and moved up by more than 40%, and that was, I think, Game.com's coin GTC. Yesterday we discussed that Bitcoin price must break above 6,800 resistance, and if it falls, there is a risk of a bearish reaction. Bitcoin USD struggled to clear that stated resistance, declined sharply, and broke important supports such as 67 and 6,600. Similarly, Ethereum, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash declined heavily and moved into a bearish zone. Overall, it seems like buyers struggled to hold gains in Bitcoin and altcoins, suggesting more weakness in the near term. According to Bloomberg, Bitcoin is on its strongest negative trend since the sell-off earlier this year, and charts are signaling more losses. Going forward, if Bitcoin price fails to recover and drops below 6,200, it could decline to new 2018 lows. Bitcoin price faced an increased selling interest after it failed to surpass a major resistance at 6,800 and declined and tested the USD 6,500 support zone, down more than 3.5%. If it continues to move down, it could even break the 6,400 support and test 6,200. On the upside, resistances are seen at 66 and 67. So we've already broken 62. We're at 61.55. However, we are seeing some type of a resistance right around that level, right around that 6,100 level. So if we can at least keep above that, which we've seen a resistance about a week ago, then I think we're in a good spot. We're mostly just trading in this little channel right here. I'm going to go ahead and actually outline that because I do think it's important. If we can at least stay in this channel, I think we'll be in a better spot than most people anticipate. So this little channel right here, hopefully we can stay within that. It's hard to tell, obviously, but I am just really not too certain if the market in general and investors in general will let this price get much lower. I think 6,000, 5,000 levels are really the lowest levels that we should be seeing, but that goes without saying that anything could happen in this market and no one really knows for sure. Bitcoin and Satoshi, the mystery Twitter is obsessing over. Real business test the tech behind CryptoKitties. Basically, guys, here's the thing. So I'm not really seeing a ton of news of why we broke down. There was some news regarding that. I think they sent 6 exchanges basically a letter to say that their security was not as good. I think that's on Cointelegraph. Let me see. Chinese government. All right, right here. So Japan hits 6 more crypto exchanges with business improvement orders. So this is a possible reason of why it's falling so sharply, as well as hacked South Korean exchange BitHum confirms it will reimburse affected users. The BitHum hack obviously was a big thing, but this right here, the Japanese basically hitting 6 crypto exchanges with business improvement orders. I'm not sure if that's enough bad news to really break the price down to the point where we lost about $800, $700 in overnight. But I do think that it's really because we couldn't break above that 6,800 level. I think traders and investors were looking to break above that, look for some type of bear run or bull run, and since we failed to break above that, we continued to drop back down and had quite a steady drop all the way down to 6,100, where traders and investors could pick up coins a little bit cheaper. hoping to have the momentum next time to break above that 6,800 level. So hopefully we stay in this channel, guys. That's what I'm expecting to happen. I don't believe that we're going to drop much lower. I think we've seen the bulk of the falling, especially since normally during the day, United States investors will get online and begin to trade. A lot more volume coming in during the day. So hopefully we see a price increase throughout the day. We'll really just have to play it by ear and see what happens. But Japan financial regulator, the Financial Services Agency, has sent business improvement orders to 6 cryptocurrency exchanges. Cointelegraph Japan reports June 22nd. So the exchanges looks like are Bitflyer, Qcoin, Bitcoin Box, Bitbank, Tech Bureau, and Bitpoint. So this is the thing. I don't even know any of these exchanges. I've heard of, I think, Bitflyer and Qcoin, but I think that's really all. And I'm not sure why a business, 6 business improvement orders would really be, to small exchanges. These exchanges are not, Bittrex, Binance, and BitMEX. These are small exchanges. So I don't think that this could have been the reason why we dropped to these levels. My real thoughts are that resistance around 6,800, there's just not enough volume and buying power to break through those levels. I think the large fundamentals in the market, we still need a catalyst to really turn us around at this point. I don't think we're just going to turn around without one. So again, that relates to something like regulation, a Bitcoin ETF. We've talked about this time and time again. I think we need to see something special to really turn this market around, but no doubt in my mind that we will see a turnaround at some point in 2018. So hopefully within this next week or so, we kind of talked about this, guys. If you can see right here, this last little area where there was not a bull run, but a period where we just kind of moved sideways. That lasted about 12 days, and it's been about 11 days. So hopefully within the next few days, we break out of this current channel that we're in. Although we've seen a large drop in price, we've already been at this price about a week ago, so we're still technically in the channel, trading within that channel. It just depends to see if we drop below that, go to 5,800 and then drop further, or if we push back up and surpass 6,800 and continue upwards. So we'll have to see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Not a ton of news, mostly just speaking about the drops in price. And the market's really not doing too well overall. So yeah, guys, we'll just have to see what happens. The market capitalization also not really finding a support here, as you can see. So we'll just have to see what happens. 63.86 as of press time, down at 7.2% over the 24-hour period. Leading cryptocurrency has now reversed a flash 3-day rally, which saw its price recover to as high as 6,792. So Ethereum as well has been hit with an even harder loss. So as you can see, guys, the value, we're seeing some support, throughout June that we can, retrace back to. We've seen these prices a few weeks ago. We just really don't want to see it drop too much lower. I will be a little weary to see the price get down to 6,000 and 5,800. I think we're at a bad spot at that point. So definitely let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know where you see us going the next few months. I've already done a prediction of my price prediction for Bitcoin's price action for the next 2 years. So definitely check out that video. I talk a lot about past price history, past bull runs, and why I think what I think. So definitely check that video out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and aren't already, make sure to subscribe and also leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys.